Welcome to Katie Wonders, a podcast for seeking wonder and inspiration in everything. I'm your host, Katie Delbow, and on this week's edition, my monthly favorites / gratitude for January. Welcome back, everyone. This favorites episode is long overdue. It was just crazy with the holidays, and I actually moved to a new apartment, and I'm gearing up for my book launch, which is coming out April 5th. Mark your calendars. Pre-orders are starting now. You can order now. It's available wherever books are sold, Barnes & Noble, or online on Amazon, or wherever you fancy. You can pre-order now, but there's going to be bonuses and much more on that to come. But hey, thought I'd mention it. So my point is, I didn't get around to recording my monthly favorites for a while there, but I am back and I'm going to give them to you now. I'm going to give you a couple. And yeah, let's just talk about it. I want to hear your monthly favorites. If you have things that you've been loving each month, let me know. And I want to check them out. So I usually do them in these categories like podcast, person, book, food, stuff like that. And I would love to be inspired by your stuff that is inspiring and pleasurable to you. So the best way to tell me about that and tell other people about that is in our Facebook crew. So join there. The link will be in the show notes. That's one of my favorite things this month is hanging out in the Facebook crew. There's over 400 people in there just hanging out and talking about things that inspire us. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about this month is the podcast or podcasts that have really inspired me. Usually I'm going to do one when I do these episodes, but I definitely missed December, and I may have also missed November. I don't even remember. So I'm just going to give you a couple. One podcast I'm really into is this one called Employee of the Month, hosted by Katie Lazarus. I really like it. She is an amazing host. It's a talk show where she interviews people who have cool jobs. And she's super cute. She has the cutest laugh. I really like her as an interviewer. And her guests are also phenomenal. And it's funny. It's interesting. I learn a lot. I really enjoy it. A lot of them are done live, which is really cool and something that I want to implement with my show. Coming up in the future, I would love to do some live episodes. I'm hoping to do one with my friend Christy Harrison in New York in the spring. So that's going to be really cool. Food Psych, Wellness Wonderland collaboration. Cannot wait. So that's one that I've really been liking. And then also, if you ever read the New York Times column, the Modern Love column, it's really awesome. And I used to get the New York Times in college. I got it delivered to my house. It was really random and weird. I'm not even sure why, but I did, and I would always read that column, and it was these beautiful essays that people would write about love and all different kinds of love. And now there's a podcast about it, which is phenomenal. The essays are actually read by actors and famous people. So like this week, Judd Apatow read it. Last week, it was George Costanza, the guy who played Jason Alexander, who played George Costanza on Seinfeld. He read the last one. And it's been lots of famous people reading these essays. And then what is really cool is after they read the essay, which is really beautifully produced and done with music, and it's fantastic. And then after, they have the person who wrote the essay on, and the host interviews them about, some of them were written 10 years ago or more, and you get an update about what was going on. And then also you hear from the editor of that column and how he chose these essays, and it's fascinating. And I really love it because it's really nice to get a story told in your ear. I said this in the intro of the last episode that I just recorded before I'm recording this, that, it's such an intimate thing, podcast. You're allowing me to literally whisper in your ear as you're doing your activities through the world, through the day. And I'm really grateful for that. And I really love the art of podcasting. I love being able to host a podcast. I love listening to podcasts. It was just yesterday, I woke up on a Wednesday, and I was like thinking of my day, and I was like, yes, a new You Made It Weird with Pete Holmes comes out, and then Thursday today, there's another podcast I really like that comes out. And, I remember I used to do that with TV shows when I was younger. And this is just, it's really nice to listen to new episodes as they come out. And it allows you to be really current with the person, with what they're going through in their lives. And I'm just really grateful. I think storytelling is a lost art. So this Modern Love podcast is someone telling you a story in your ear. And I think it's really beautiful and fantastic. So that's another one. And then I will actually plug one more podcast, which I think I've talked about before in my favorites videos. Yeah, I for sure have. But it's called OMFG. And I absolutely love the hosts. It's fantastic. It's two women who are, I'm not even going to call them older because they're not even old. They're like in their 30s or something. But they talk to youth. They talk to really young people. The cutoff is 25, about how to hip them up to what is now. They talk about the latest slang and interesting things. And I learn a lot. They learn a lot. It's really funny and lighthearted. And again, just something to bring some smiles to your day. And there's a lot of levity in other podcasts, and this one, it's really light, which I love. And I was actually a guest. I was one of their cuspers. I was right on the cusp of their cutoff at 25 years old, and they had me on, and we talked about body image and orthorexia and a lot of really interesting things. So if you want to hear me on the show, it's on the Wolf Pop Network, and they're awesome. I'll put the link in the show notes. Check them out. And they actually came on my show, and we recorded an episode which hasn't aired yet, but it will be airing soon. So get excited for that. So this leads in nicely to the next category, which is person. So the person this month that I'm loving is a YouTuber, and I actually found her through the OMFG podcast. Her name is Arden Rose, and she has a really famous YouTube channel with over 1 million subscribers. She's super famous, and I got to have a one-on-one conversation with her because she came on my podcast about a couple weeks ago, and I haven't aired that one yet either. Clearly I have a backlog here, but she's super cool and really down to earth and super young. I think she's like 20 or something like that. And she's really cool. She makes beauty videos. She's just, vlogging about her life. Her boyfriend is so adorable and cute and British, and he also has a YouTube channel. He's a filmmaker, also very young. His name is Will Derbyshire, and check them out. They're my people this month. Moving along, the book that I read at the beginning of the year was Kelsey Miller's book, Big Girl, How I Gave Up Dieting and Got a Life. And as you know, I love Kelsey Miller. She came on the podcast last fall, and she's the editor of the amazing column on Refinery 29, The Anti-Diet Project, which she started and founded herself. And she's a fantastic person. I've gotten to know her a little bit. I got to contribute to her column last fall, which was a thrill. And I really think she's a brilliant writer. I really relate so much to her story. And I've been tweeting about this book and talking about this book, if you follow me on social media, a ton, because I read it and I read it again. I wrote down quotes from it. It really helped me. It was a friend to me while I was moving and going through a life transition myself. I was reading this book, and it just, how you read a book during a time in your life and you just, I don't know, it really helped me. I really enjoyed it. So that's what I've been reading this month. I'm also reading the book by Roxane Gay right now. It's called Bad Feminist. I kind of just started it, but if you are into feminism or want to, this is a good book to start with. It's a bunch of essays that I really enjoy, and I'm learning a lot from. It's not new by any means. It's been out for a while, but it's fantastic if you haven't already read it. And I wonder if you know. Moving on to a new category, food. So the food that I am loving this month, I'm going to just give you a couple things. And I don't know if I shared this before on a podcast. If I did, it doesn't even matter because I'm still obsessed with it. So it's totally cool. Pumpkin seed butter. It is my favorite kind of nut butter. I'm obsessed with it. There's a couple kinds you can get. There's this raw one that is sprouted, and it's also very, very good. I really like that one. But the one that even tastes better and is just like definitely more for taste is this other one that's roasted and comes in a bigger container. I'm going to link them both in the show notes, but I can't get enough of this stuff, you guys. I could drink it. It is so good. I love it with apples. I love it like a scoop of it on, top of like a smoothie bowl situation, on oatmeal, on toast, on whatever you want to have it on. It's fantastic. I can't get enough of it. And I'm going to just plug C-Clear. I know you guys are probably like, oh my God, she talks about the C-Clear miso so often. But you know what? I don't even care. I love it. And it's been getting me through this cold winter. And it's, if you are new or you don't know this, it's a superfood miso. So I get mine on Thrive Market. That's definitely the best place to get it. It's not on Amazon. You can hardly find it anywhere, and it's the cheapest on Thrive. So I'll put the link in the show notes directly to it where I get it, and I just buy it in bulk. I buy like 4 of them at a time because I go through it, and then I make anyone who comes over to my apartment immediately have some miso because it's so good. If you like miso soup, like the broth, you'll love this. It's a little bit spicier than that. It has turmeric in it. It has black pepper in it, and the black pepper actually activates the turmeric, the anti-inflammatory benefits from the turmeric and the curcumin that's in the turmeric. So that's why it has black pepper. It also has chlorella and spirulina, but you can't even taste it if you don't like sea vegetables. I love them. It's warm. It's amazing. I really enjoy it. And I also usually put in a tea bag of this tea. It's called Healthy Hair Tea. I don't know. I got it at my local health food store. I'll try to find the link and I'll put it in the show notes. And this tea tastes disgusting. Like, it is so gross. But if I put the tea bag in and I like steep the tea and then I put C-Clear in, I only taste C-Clear. So I'm getting the healthy benefits for the hair from the tea, the herbs from the tea, as well as the C-Clear. And it's like this beautiful hair cocktail that tastes amazing and warm, and I really enjoy it. So that's that. And then I guess I'll say one more thing, one other tea. It's a food item, I guess. It's called the Roasted Almond Beet Tea. And I had this tea when I was with my friend Abby, visiting her, who you guys know actually from the podcast. She was on the show. She's one of my best friends from college. And we were just like working together from this coffee shop, and I just randomly ordered this roasted almond beet tea. And it was bright pink, and I was like, oh, cool, whatever. And then we had a sip, and it was, by we, I mean me, because I ordered it, and Abby got like coffee or something. And it was so good, I started to like freak out. And Abby, was not alarmed because I exaggerate, it's no big deal. I'm a very like exuberant person. So she was like, all right, whatever. And I was like, seriously, you need to have a sip of this tea. It's so good. She's like, okay, whatever. She has a sip of the tea. She's obsessed. She loves the tea. She goes and gets a mug of the tea to have while we're working. We both are like, this is so great. We got to buy some to take home with us. So we try to buy some, and they don't carry it. They're out. We had the last 2 cups. So we're like, dang it, how are we going to find this tea? Whatever. For months, Abby's been going back to the place to try to see if they have any in stock. They don't have any. We don't know where to get it, whatever. A couple weeks later, I listened to this other podcast, Just Lively. She's amazing. She actually lives here in Michigan where I do. She's so amazing. And she was doing a favorites episode, and she starts to talk about this roasted almond beet tea. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. And she has a place where you can buy it online. So I'm going to put that link in the show notes so you guys can all get some of this tea. But the story does not end yet. So then I moved to a new apartment, like I was telling you guys. I'm going to this new coffee shop, which I really like. It's fantastic. I like the vibe in there. They have desks where I can like stand and work. It's good for meetings. Great place. Guess what tea they have there? Roasted almond beet tea. They have my tea, and I love it, and I get it every single day, and it's, like I said, fantastic. So if you want to check that out, the link will be in the show notes. Not getting any kickbacks for this, but I should be because I could be their spokesperson. It is so good, and you're all going to be obsessed with it. If you know what it means. Moving along to music this month, I saw a concert a couple weeks ago with my friend Holly, and we saw Alessia Cara, and she is so adorable and cute. She was one of Taylor Swift's guests in her 1989 tour, and she sings this song that you definitely know. They play it on the radio all the time. It's called Here. Maybe you can hear with a different spelling right now. I think of this song as the introvert anthem. If you've ever been to a party and you're just like, why am I here? And you want to leave, it would happen to me all the time in high school and college. And I just love this song, and I can so relate to how she feels when she was writing the lyrics of this song. So fantastic song. Her album is really great, and she just seems like a really down-to-earth, grounded, great person. And I'm back on my grind. I saw a movie in the theater this month for the first time in so long. I want to go see more movies, but I saw the movie Joy, also with my friend Holly, who I went to the concert with, and we both loved it. It is so good. I'm sure most of you have already seen it. It's been out for a long time with Jennifer Lawrence, and it's really an awesome, true story about female entrepreneurship, and it just made me, after I left, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to listen to an episode of Girl Boss Radio, and I need to just like start 10 businesses, and it just left me feeling so empowered. Last up, this is a miscellaneous category, but something that came into my life this year, this month, this new year of 2016, was Transcendental Meditation, also known as TM. And this is a format of meditation that works for me. And I found out about this many years ago. It's the type of meditation that many celebrities do. So Jerry Seinfeld does it, and Ellen DeGeneres, and just lots of people. And you'll start to hear more and more people that do this form of meditation. Howard Stern, like so many people do it. And Pete Holmes actually was one person that talked about it a lot in his podcast. And so I checked it out. My mentor, Gabrielle Bernstein, does it. And I got connected with the David Lynch Foundation, which is a foundation that teaches transcendental meditation to people. And I got connected with the person in charge of that, Bob. And he's really a fantastic, nice man, and I had him on my podcast, which I'm going to air soon this fall, and he gifted me meditation. So I got hooked up with a meditation teacher here locally where I live, and she's like probably one of the coolest, nicest people I've met in a really long time. Shout out to Jenny, and she's so cool. And she taught me how to meditate. It's like a 4-day thing where you learn how to meditate. And she told me that this type of meditation is the people's meditation. It's the kind that anyone can do. It's very disciplined, but so simple. It's 20 minutes in the morning before breakfast and 20 minutes in the evening before dinner. And that's it. That's it. You get a mantra that's special to you that you don't share, that the teacher gives you, and you learn over 4 days. And after the 4 days, you're on your own to meditate. And, I've been doing it for about 3 weeks at this point, at the day I'm recording this, and it's really helped me. One of my mentors said to me, we were speaking, and she said, "You seem really good. You seem really good today." And I think, honestly, the only thing that had changed is that I started TM meditating. So I really enjoy it, and I encourage you to get excited for the episode with Bob, where you'll learn more about it. And, until then, if you want to check it out online, there's lots of information about it, and I'll link it up in the show notes. So that's all I've got for you this month. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, for listening to the show in general. If you haven't left an iTunes review, that would be fantastic if you could do so. Get excited for the book launch. Like I said, I'm getting a crew together of people who are going to be my street team to share about the book, to host events about the book if they want to post about the book on their social media. And if you want to be part of that, I'm going to cap it at 100, but I'm thinking like 50 to 100 people. And we're really just going to have a couple calls, like pep rallies, to get excited about the book. And you will have direct access to me if you want to interview me for your blog or your social media. I will do that with all of those people and answer any questions about the book. And then the cool thing is you'll get the book early. So you'll get advanced content from me, bonuses, etc. So the link to join the crew for the Let It Out Ambassadors will be in the show notes as well. And I will talk to you guys really soon. Have an amazing rest of your month, and I will see you in another episode. The track you're hearing behind me now is by a guy named Kanye West. Have you heard of him? And the song is called I Wonder.